Hello, y'all, and thank you for clicking on this video to view. And if you're new here, hello and welcome to Miss Mocha channel. If you are returning, hey there, how you feeling? So, the title of this video is Story Time, the woman in the apartment parking lot. So, back in the day, many few years ago, I lived in an apartment downstairs pretty much close where the entrance was. It was a nice spot, y'all. And one night I started noticing on my way leaving work, I'm, used to working at night. So leaving work, I noticed this car backing in. And I didn't think anything of it, I didn't recognize the car. Hey, maybe the person was visiting, whatever. So then the second night, I noticed it again, the same parking spot. So I noticed it was a woman, and I'm like, okay. So my third night, I was off, right? I was coming up for my day off, my night off, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see if this car is gonna do the same thing. So it was at night, and you know how most apartments have the big patio door window, right? So my apartment had that, and I made sure I turned off all the lights and I positioned my they were Venetian blinds, the long ones. I positioned them to where I could just look out just a little bit and see where the car most likely would park. So around 9:50, close to 10 o'clock, because I didn't live too far from my job, just right down the street. So 9:50, this car, the same car, it was a Dodge Intrepid, gray. It pulls, pulls in, pulls up, and then it backs in the same way that I noticed it, you know, um, coming into the apartment. So I'm basically doing like a staycation apartment watching the woman in the parking lot, right? So, I noticed that the person had, did the regular backed in. So what did they do next? What did she do next? So, of course, turn the car off and all this and that. And I noticed she was putting something up, maybe like a blanket, I would guess. No, not a blanket. It was like one of those windshield sun protector. What do you call those things? The windshield from the windshield protector from the sun protector. I don't know what it's called. Somebody in the comments, let me know. I just had a brain fart. But anyway, she would put that in the window, her front window. And so I really couldn't see any activity, but I noticed that the woman didn't even get out of the car at all. So with me working nights, I was used to staying up. So the stakeout began. So here I am, not moving, just watching what is this person going to do? Are they going to get out, go to somebody's apartment, wait for somebody to come around and pick them up, or what? Mm-mm, that did never happen. So maybe close to 6 or 7, like when the sun got ready to come up. Before the sun came up, the car would crank up and for a little while, let it warm up, I guess, and then the person would drive off. So I'm thinking, okay, this person may not have a place to go, right? So it kind of, it kind of weared on my spirit a little bit, but kind of in a way, I felt like I was like just watching over her because that is dangerous, really, I would think. Um, but anyway, continuing on with the story time. So y'all, it's gotta get some juicy information here. I don't think it'll be graphic, but anyway. So it this activity with the car kept going on and on for like months at a time, season, even through a season like winter time. This car was still doing that. And it was a couple of nights or a few nights I would come back home on my break, like around two something in the morning, and the car would be still that Dodge Intrepid will still be in the same space, backed in, what have you. And so, uh, okay, so continue on. So I got worried, and it was one time I called the police department there in that city, and I saw where they drove around. I gave them the description of the car. They just passed by. They didn't get out and try to put the flashlight in the car, nothing. And so they called they called back and they said, "Well, ma'am, we don't see anything, no kind of activity or nothing going on." And I'm telling them that the person was in the car. So in the background, I heard somebody, I don't know if it was another police officer, dispatcher, whatever. And that person said, well, we don't get out and we didn't see anybody. So that's it. And that's that. Just brushed me off, and I know I know I'm not, seeing things. So after that, I was like, okay, let me record. So the next day, next night, whatever, I recorded the vehicle maybe a few times just so I can take it to the office. So I took it to the office. And in one of the videos, I didn't quite see like up close or really what the person was doing, but if you could just put your mind to thinking with the activities. Anyway, so you're probably wondering, well, did she ever have to go to the bathroom or what? Did she ever leave? No, the person didn't ever leave. Once they were there, they were there. But speaking of going to the bathroom, I have a saw where the woman, she would put her legs out of the car like she's getting ready to get out. But on the so all I saw was her feet coming to the ground, and it was like some liquid dropping to the concrete, and it was steam coming up from it. So I'm thinking she's got to be urinating there. And whenever I told the office about it, and I even showed them the video where the steam was coming up from the liquid that was coming from the car, and they was like, "Yeah, well, maybe the person is urinating." And I'm like, "Yes, the person is urinating because if you could smell like pee outside around that area." So anyway, I guess they might have believed me or whatever. I don't know. But I did notice a few times where like the grounds person, the maintenance, he would walk the parking lot. They even knew what kind of car it was. They walked the parking lot, and just to follow up on that with them, they told me they didn't even see anything wrong. It was nothing that they could do. Um, the person wasn't starting any trouble or anything like that. So I don't know if they actually talked to the woman, but that was the pretty much basically. No, wait. It was one time I saw the person up at the corner store, and you know how sometimes when you see a person, you kind of have that eye contact of like, that's the person. So yeah, we had locked eyes, and I don't think she knew she might have knew how I looked just from in passing, from me leaving, going to work, and her backing in. But I just kind of figured because the car was in the parking lot at the corner store and I had got gas. I was getting gas and I saw that car. I was like, dang, this person got to be close by. And when I went in and paid for my gas, I kind of figured that that was that person. I didn't stick around to see. I knew that the person had natural hair, like an afro. Um, I mean, I want to say natural, but anyway, the hair was an afro the times I did see the person's hair. So most likely, I'm betting that that was her. But yeah, so many times I wanted to, I don't know, just find out if she needed anything. But back then, still times where you just really didn't know about people. Still, even to this day. But anyway, so, I was like, hey, if the apartment is okay with it, the policeman done checked it out. They didn't see anything a problem with it. I really didn't see a problem with it, but that urinating in the parking lot, that was a problem for me. But then too, she probably didn't know that she just had somebody, some extra eyes watching over her. Because really, if I did see anything happen, yeah, I would have yeah, spoke up. But yeah, if they didn't see anything wrong with it, I guess I didn't either. And after the apartment told me that, hey, I was like, child, let me take my behind the bed. I ain't even got time now, she'll be all right. So that is the end of my story time about the woman in the apartment parking lot. It was an apartment complex I used to live at. And yeah, um, so if y'all like this story time, I definitely have plenty more. Um, and I will be pumping those videos out because, it's just a part of just reminiscing, going down memory lane. And yeah, so until next time, thanks for watching. And please click subscribe to my channel. And like I said, if you like this video, comment on it and be sure to press the like button. Miss J Mocha. Bye.